Bring up my TDs here.
Rob's Roundtable! It's round, just like me. Not quite like him anymore. He's in great shape. Welcome back, tight ends. ADP talk. This is off NFC National Football Championships, one of the only sites running with high money leagues, actually people drafting. We did our filter from June 1st to June 14th, which is when we're recording. This will be out next week. Hopefully not too much changes, not with the tight end landscape.
I doubt it. No.
That's why we're doing these two first. The week after, we'll do running backs and wide receivers. What's up, Nico? How you feeling today?
Feeling warm.
It's warm in here.
Feeling summer's right around the corner.
It is.
Lots of fun things happening. Hope everyone's enjoyed their off season, but it's over. All right, it's time to start grinding.
It is.
It's football time.
And if you want to go on Grindr, there's a lot of bots on there. I hear. I don't know this from fucking personal experience. I heard there's a lot of bots, but also you can have some sex with another man.
If that's your thing, go for it.
I mean, yeah, if that's not my thing. I swear. Okay. Quick question for you on that topic. Who has the tightest end?
Yeah.
This is tight ends. ADP. Who has the tightest end in the NFL?
The tightest end in the NFL. Man, that's a tough one. I think I'm going to go with Kyle Pitts.
That was my guy last year.
He's
pretty tight.
Built kind of like a wide receiver. He's on the younger side, right? Not a lot of wear and tear on that end. So I'm going to go with that.
That's my honorable mention. I'm going to say David Njoku. He's got a nice ass. Pretty tight. He kind of looks like the Predator.
He plays a little stiff, though,
He does. And, stiff's good. It means he's, tight, I guess. All right. Who has the loosest end in the NFL?
Oh, man. I'm going to stick with the theme of age here, and I'm going Kelsey. As old as he is, man, I think he's getting loosey-goosey.
Now, my guy is not an NFL player anymore. It's Michael Sam. Don't tell Tony Dungy that, because he was super offended that a gay man was in the NFL. Fuck you, Tony Dungy, you prick. I fucking hate that guy. The little gnome motherfucker. Just,
That's not cool, Tony.
I fucking hate Tony Dungy, man. You bigot.
Right?
Fucking hate bigots. Just do my... No, man. Fucking bigots, man. Fuck you, Tony Dungy. I don't know how you got a job at NBC. Fire that man.
He is not a good analyst, man. He's boring as shit.
He's not a good person. He's
so
holier than thou,
to.
but you know what? Yeah. If you don't think like him, you're fucking the devil. Did you hear what he said about the litter box thing a couple months back?
No.
So there was a joke going around about the trans bathroom thing, and now there's people identifying as cats.
Yeah.
And maybe it happened in one bathroom, they put a litter box in there. And he thought it was for real, they're doing this now. And he made this statement saying this has gone too far. Bathrooms are male and female, and now you have cats. And he deleted his tweet, but he's so weird that he thought it was actually a thing. He doesn't realize it was an onion piece.
The world we live in now, dude. Fuck, I don't put it past that.
But that's just funny to me. If they want to put if someone wants to identify as a cat and use a litter box, hell yeah.
Excuse me. As I transition from woman to cat, I must insist on being referred to as a cat.
Objection! She's not a cat, Your Honor.
You know what I mean? That's fine. It is crazy, but it's not
there's got to be a line, man.
There's a line, and the line is litter boxes, apparently.
I don't know. Yeah. I'm going to identify as a fish. I'm going to need you to get an aquarium for me for the pot, okay?
I'll do that. Just sit and watch because it's hot in here, you fucking you asshole. Making fun of my no AC. I don't like that. I don't like that. But again, just to preface everything, fuck you, Tony Dungy. We hate you.
Yep,
we are both in line there.
Fuck you. I hope somebody else fucks him, too.
Let him know.
Oh, please. All right, tight ends. We're getting off the rails here. Start here. Me and Cappy used to do these for 15 minutes, these intros. Yeah. We're trying to keep it to 3 minutes. That was good, though.
Just enough.
Good job. All right, tight ends. ADP, NFC. Let's go through the list here. Travis Kelce.
Dumb.
5.
Dumb.
Eventually, he's got to break down. I mean, I thought so last year, too, when he had the best year ever.
I know. And who else do they have, and what's going to change? And he came out just today or yesterday and said he's going to play till the wheels fall off. And I don't want him in the first round when they do. That's what scares me. So go head on, be on someone else's team, per usual.
Yeah, 5's early. And their earliest and latest, he went at 2 in one league. Full
Is this
PPR.
a point and a half for the tight ends? Like,
No, this is not tight end
FPPC
premium.
or
This
whatever?
is not tight end premium. It's like you're taking him over Jamar Chase. No.
Something wrong
Over
with you.
Cooper Kupp.
Something wrong with you.
Yeah, over Christian McCaffrey or,
Yeah, there's no way.
even like Bijan. Like,
I would think about taking Kelsey at the turn, depending on what the board looks
right.
like.
Even like number 10, dude.
but-
Maybe because it's like him or Diggs.
Yeah.
Now that's a question, right? Because Diggs, they could have Hopkins come in if you're drafting this early. Regardless, he's holding out,
Yeah.
getting older, all those questions.
He
but
showed up.
He's there?
Yeah, he only missed it one day.
Good. That's a good point you made there, Stefan. Like, he just wanted the day
Yeah.
off.
And his agent came out and said, no, he's in Buffalo. I don't know what you're all talking about. Like, he's around.
No one wants to be in
Team
Buffalo.
just forgot to invite him or some shit.
Nobody
I
wants to
don't
be
know.
in Buffalo. I get that. Same with Green Bay.
They're
Sorry,
getting a new
Green Bay.
stadium, though. That's pretty exciting.
Ooh, he wants to get a new location, though. All right, next guy here, Mark Andrews, 34 overall. No. I know Story was on here earlier saying he loves Mark Andrews and the whole Ravens. Mark Andrews was terrible last year. Granted, he had the shoulder injury. He's only had one good year. And I like that he lines up in the slot and runs a lot of routes, all these things. A lot of mouths there. And if he doesn't score 10 touchdowns this year, he will not return value.
Not there, no. And,
So-
and I'm a big Isaiah Likely guy. I'd
Yeah.
rather wait and take Likely and hope Andrews gets hurt.
No, I mean, I like that a lot. Andrews, I don't know. He's just not a special player,
I don't think so.
He
He's
doesn't
been-
have Patrick Mahomes.
He's been in the right place at the right time.
Right.
Kind of player, but I'm out. And some people say he won him a league, right? Well, I don't
2
think
years
he's
ago,
gonna-
1
I don't
year he
think he's
did,
going
yeah.
to do that very often.
And he won him a league because he was going as tight end 7.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
not
saying?
two.
Like, not 2.
Yeah,
2.
not in the third
Apparently, like, I'm sorry, you're not finishing ahead of Kelsey. So you're at your ceiling there. Again, I don't draft players
Yeah.
at their ceiling, and that's what you're doing here.
Yep.
TJ Hawkinson, 39. No. No. We apparently don't like taking tight ends early, and that's fucking crazy, dude.
Yeah.
I'd at least have Mark Andrews with the upside of 10 touchdowns.
I don't want either one of them
No.
at the third round. The rest of the talent that's out there, come on.
It's because Hawkinson, after he came over to the Vikings, he had that awesome 3-game stretch that was like, has like 25 catches in 3 games. The other 5 games was like 4 catches a game.
Yeah.
And he's not exactly a touchdown machine.
But if I'm gonna take one of those onesie positions in the third round, go back to the quarterback one and take one of those guys in the third because I'm not
Right, yeah. If you're going to do that, take the
Yeah.
for sure thing
Yeah.
and then wait on tight end. Next guy here, close to your vest, George Kittle, 55. You're probably out on that too.
I am, man. there's too many unknowns. I love Kittle. I love him as a player. The guy's a riot. Good effort, good yak, all those fun things about him.
He blocks too much too.
He was very disappointing last year. Well, I like the fact that he blocks because he's on the field a lot, but it doesn't always translate into production.
You know he had his most touchdowns last year in his career, right?
And
Was it 7?
That's
before it was 5,
the other
this is all
thing,
time.
yeah. They're running it. This offense is going to go through McCaffrey.
Man.
McCaffrey's gonna have-
Debo, like those guys pillage touchdowns. I mean,
Yeah, I think
Brandon Ayuk.
Debo's going to run a little bit more again. I think McCaffrey's a 20 touchdown player this year potentially.
Yeah.
And they're
Yeah,
coming,
he's gonna have a
they're coming
Latavius
from
Tomlinson
somebody
type
else.
year.
Yeah.
All right, next guy here, Kyle Pitts. Apparently the tightest end in the league.
Tightest.
68 overall. One more point on George Kittle, by the way. His earliest he went was 21, but his latest he went 75th.
Okay, I mean,
So like that's a big variance.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
I'm
and I
gonna
like to
let
look
the
at these
homer
kind of
in me
things and
take
see.
over.
Apparently people hate George Kittle because I know it's just one example of 75, but that's pretty big.
Yeah.
Kyle Pitts 68, 57 was his earliest, 88 was his latest. I like this. I know, again, I've been burned by Kyle Pitts 2 years in a row, in a decent amount last year especially, and that was a combination. It was actually a good thing when he got hurt last year if you had him on your team because you had to play him. And you're not going to give up on him because the one time you don't play him, he's going to go for 80 yards and 2 touchdowns.
And what's your other option?
Yeah,
Hoping for a
but,
touchdown.
Man,
from
it
those
was not
middle of the
Kyle
road
Pitts'
guys.
fault last year, dude. Like, he was. What's crazy? I read he had the highest ADOT amongst tight ends, and he had the worst quarterback at throwing down the field.
Yeah.
So like his catchable ball percentage was like 8%. Like I'm exaggerating there, but he didn't ever got a chance. And they also ran the ball so much, it was like a triple whammy of bullshit. But I still watched his film last year, man. When he actually made a play, when he got a catchable ball, his running ability, his like toe tag, dude, he's a wide receiver.
Oh, his route
He's
running
fucking
is that
huge.
too. Yeah.
He's not polished, but like he is the most athletic guy I've ever seen play the position. Like maybe Aaron Hernandez is more athletic. Maybe. And you know what? No one want to get by him because he had a gun. It's like, I don't want to get by this guy. He can get shot.
It's my ball.
Fucking Frank from It's Always Sunny. Like, he's always got his gun on him. You know? Like, you got to be careful around those guys. Because one false step, you're getting shot in the face, son.
You're pointing a gun at me.
Oh, I forgot.
I'm concerned with the supporting cast there. There's not a lot to take away from him besides Bijan, and the division's an easy division, all those other arguments you want to make. The defense isn't good. There's going to be volume. They're going to have to be throwing. Who are the receivers in Atlanta right now?
Drake London. That's one guy.
I'm waiting for the
That's
rest.
it.
I'm waiting.
Zacchaeus, but he's not even there anymore.
No. I have no idea. Plus, with Ritter at the helm, I don't really want anything in that receiving game, if I'm being honest, and that's still too rich for me.
But all the industry guys, multiple pods I listen to, CBS, Fantasy Pros, dude, they're all about Drake London because his advanced numbers were off the charts. And he actually had a decent year last year, but I picked him up in a couple leagues. He was dropped, and he didn't do well. He had a couple touchdowns. He fits the part. He has good film. I like him. He's savvy. He's like a bigger Keenan Allen. But like, if everyone's in on Drake London at wide receiver, for instance, at like 50 overall, why are they not in at Kyle Pitts at 68 playing tight end? And, you know, a lot of Drake London's numbers that were good came after Pitts was hurt. So that's my question. Like, if our question is the quarterback position sucks.
Yeah.
Why do we like Drake London, and then why are we hating on Kyle Pitts? I don't understand that because Pitts, I'm sorry, is a better player than Drake London.
And he's going to be doing the same work.
I know we haven't seen it. You know how many touchdowns Kyle Pitts has in 2 years?
Couple?
3. He has 3. His rookie year he caught 1. It wasn't even on U.S. soil. It was in London. And the last year he had 2.
Yeah.
And like one of them was like on a 4-yard catch because they don't use them there. But like tight ends again are random.
Yeah.
And with Kyle Pitts at this number, you give me 4 touchdown catches. You give me a healthy year. His rookie year, he still saw him have 80 catches. He's going to do it.
He'll be safe, right? You'll get the yards, and in full PPR, he'll be safer than some of
And
these
there's the
other guys.
built-in upside of the second most talented tight end in the league.
Yeah.
And if the offense is good, even if it's run heavy, guess what? Same thing I was talking about with Aaron Rodgers with play action. Like, you're going to have open seams. Now, whether or not Ritter can find him is another question.
Yeah, you need to be able to run to set up the pass unless you're Sean McVay.
Yeah, that was a lot of Kyle Pitts talk. Sorry about that. Number 6, Dallas Goedert, 71. Kind of in on this one, man. I'm also going to pair him with Darren Waller at 78. We'll talk about both those guys here. I like Goddard more than Waller.
I like Goddard more than Waller as well. You haven't seen the tight end position utilized much in New York or be fantasy relevant with Danny Dimes. Even last year.
Not Daniel Bellinger?
Even not much. Even last year in that Dabo-led offense, it just wasn't there. And you look at what he was doing in Buffalo. It was never tight end heavy offense.
No.
So,
But we saw Dawson Knox have, 9 touchdown catches the last year Dabo was there? So,
but I don't think that was part of that offense. I think that was just right place, right time type of shit.
Josh Allen.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, Danny Dimes is not Josh
even
Allen.
close.
Well, don't tell that to my guy Cappy. Hey, Cappy, what's up? Shout out. Big Giants guy.
That's too
So,
bad.
Goddard. Third option in the passing game. What's crazy is, the 2 receivers, man, Smith and Brown had such a high target share.
Yeah.
I think Jalen Hurts had 20. He only had 20 passing touchdowns last year. I know because I bet his over at 20.5. Missed those 2 games. Comes back week 17 or week 18. Has 3 rushing touchdowns.
Yep.
It's like you can't get 1 passing touchdown. But I think A.J. Brown had, 11 or 12. And Smith had 6.
And that's my concern is it is a high flying offense, right? They're going to score a lot of points, but who's going to get them? Is it going to be in the run game? Is it going to be in the pass? Is it Hurts? Goddard being the third guy. He hasn't really separated as a red zone target in his career.
But we
much.
like the player. And think
but
about
I
this.
do like the player, and I like the opportunity. I like the offense. I like the defense, setting that offense up.
Yeah.
I'll take the shot on Goddard way over Waller.
Well,
if I'm picking between those
A.J.
two.
Brown's going first round. Devontae Smith's going end of second, early third.
Is he really?
Yeah, he's going
Wow.
wide receiver 12, dude. Too high. And then the running backs, yes, I like Swift as ADP. I'm not a big Penny guy, but you could see Penny having that role too. But we don't know which one has that. We know who has the role at tight end and a high-flying offense that's going to be there. That's Dallas Goedert. And he's a safe option. I don't think he's got the biggest upside. I think his upside is 4, and I think his downside is 8. Which is nice. You're getting a set-in-stone starting tight end in the 6th, 7th round. Not exactly how I play it, but...
There's a world where he gets 8 or 10 touchdowns.
Yeah, right. He just walks into them.
Yeah.
And all those rushing touchdowns Jalen Hurts had, 12 of them,
Yeah.
they're we're, again, 7-1. Let's maybe not run our quarterback up into a 320-pound defensive tackle.
Or defenses make adjustments. They watch film all offseason, and now it's, okay, Hurts burned us on this last year, or burned so many teams, let's focus on that. Well, now Goddard's in single coverage.
And last year, they didn't expect to be there, and I feel like it was different. That's why they were really forcing the issue. This year, I know it's going to be tough maybe to win their division, but they're a playoff team. And, who gives a fuck if you had a bye? get in the playoffs, keep your quarterback healthy. And Jalen Hurts was not healthy in the playoffs last year.
Yeah.
He hurt his shoulder in the Chicago game, week 15 or whatever it was. And it wasn't on a QB sneak, but I'm saying, like, dude, quarterback sneaks are dangerous. We've seen Mahomes get hurt on them. The players will get hurt. I know he's built a little different, but I don't give a fuck. You're forcing yourself into a pile of giant-ass human beings.
Hurts is not a big dude.
No, he's not. I mean, he's bigger than most, but he's Dak Prescott. And Dak Prescott gets hurt, too.
Measurables? Is he really the same height, weight?
Yeah, I think 220.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
7
Just
inches.
doesn't look like
7.5 inches, if you want to go there. I don't know why I know that. Darren Waller, though, the only nice thing about Darren Waller is he has the option, and what we know about these top 3 tight ends that at the end of the year finishes, they're always a top 1 or 2 target getter on their team. The third, like the argument against Goddard is he's a third guy on the team, but he's got the touchdown upside. Waller could lead the team in targets because the receiver group is so all over the place.
Yeah.
So you could get 130 targets for a tight end. Waller's kind of taken a step back recently.
Age
from
and
his
health
talent.
concern me.
Yeah,
and
his hands are questionable, and before he was just peppered with 150 targets from Derek Carr.
Yeah.
That ain't happening with Danny Dimes.
I feel like he's slowing down a little bit.
He definitely
too.
is. He's 31,
So,
32 years old, I believe.
No, I'm passing on Waller.
Yeah. I see the upside, though.
Yeah.
But, like, at that point, at 7, I want to save Goddard. Next guy, Evan Ingram, 87. Out. I think I read a stat that after the first 9 weeks, he was tight end 15.
And he was
And then
so
he killed
exciting, too, though, dude,
Yeah.
for that stretch.
And then he had 3 games of, like, amazing production, you know, like 4 touchdowns, 80 yards a game. Also did really well in the playoffs. But Evan Ingram's biggest question always, everyone's just assuming that he had 1 healthy year. Now he's fine. He could never stay healthy.
No.
So, like, now he's a year older. Now they're adding in Calvin Ridley. You know, you have ETN. Now you have another running back there. There's just a lot of guys.
Yep.
So I'm out at Evan Ingram at 8, not even close.
Plus,
there.
Lawrence can run a little bit.
Yeah.
And that's
he
the
will.
same argument that I'd make with Jones and Hurts, too, if I'm being honest. The guys above him, if they can run a little bit, I think that hurts your tight end in the red
100%.
zone.
The check down isn't there. Next guy, you're number 9, Pat Freiermuth, 100. I'm in.
Yeah, it's the volume play there. It's the yards. It's the targets. He's the safety blanket for tiny hands and throwing it.
Yeah.
Like,
oh, my God.
I
Kenny
like
Pickett's
Freiermuth
small
there.
hands, man. They're like a fist, but he's
Yeah.
got fingers coming out of my palm.
There's a couple guys later that I kind of lump in with Freiermuth, and they're the 3 that I think I'm going to come away with in, like, every league. And I think this is one of them.
Yeah, I like the, again, he's just like these other guys, Waller and Ingram, safe. But I think Freiermuth has, I wouldn't say more upside, but I think he had 4 touchdowns last year. But I think the team, combined with Mitch Trubisky and Kenny Pickett, had like 19 passing touchdowns.
Yeah, and Pickett's taking a step forward.
They're going to have
right?
more than 19,
Yeah.
right? And there are still nice weapons around him, but not dominating weapons, right?
No.
Deontay Johnson, solid as fuck. I like George Pickens. I like it, man. I just feel like it's safe.
drafted the tight end out of Georgia, right?
Yeah, the blocking guy.
That badass athlete.
Yeah,
like,
but he's just a straight blocker.
Yeah,
like,
but
so
he's
it's
really
nice.
athletic. I mean, there's a world where if he can figure out his hands, who knows? But
I just know one thing about Mike Tomlin, man, is that he likes no-nonsense guys. Heath Miller forever,
Yeah,
right?
right.
Now, granted, he was tied to Big Ben in his prime opposed to small hand Kenny Pickett, but, like, Freiermuth is a Tomlin guy, and Freiermuth will be on the field 90% of the snaps. If they can just have that passing game increase by 20%, which it has to, because they were like the worst passing team last year, Freiermuth's going to meet his ADP guaranteed.
if they want any hope in that division,
And I like him as a
it
player.
has
He's
to go
nothing
up.
special, but he's
But look
also
at-
like decent.
Cincy, Baltimore, Cleveland, like that's 6 of their games. You're
Gotta
not
pass.
winning if you're not throwing
Gotta
against
pass,
them, dude.
baby. Next guy, David Njoku, the tightest end in the NFL. Love David Njoku, one of my guys last year. 106 is his ADP, tight end 10. Love it, dude. Love it. This is paired to the possible upside of Deshaun Watson and Cleveland. I mean, I know they have a lot more weapons there than they had, but he is still the primary guy. Harrison Bryant is trash. He's trash. Somehow he caught touchdown. He had like 3 touchdowns last year, and Njoku had like 5 or 6.
And that's my concern is the inconsistent production from tight end in Cleveland. I don't know that that's changing this year, but you don't know what you're going to get out of Watson. So this late, shoot your shot, man.
10.
I don't hate it, but I'm not as excited about him as if it's him and Freiermuth. I'm looking at both of them. I'm taking Freiermuth. every time,
Would you say
personally.
David Njoku has more upside, though? Because that's, come on, Deshaun Watson versus fucking Kenny Pickett?
Yeah, and,
Not
and
even
he's
close.
he's more athletic than Freiermuth.
Way
too.
better,
So
not even
he's got
close.
a better shot to break one.
Lower floor, but higher upside.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, like for me, or fortunately, whatever you want to say, for me, I'm looking upside for these guys. I don't want to draft tight end 9 and have him finish at tight end 9. You know what that is? That is 60 catches for 650 yards and 5 touchdowns.
Yes, and I get that, but at the same time, if I can just get 6-8 points out of my tight end every single week and not have to scour the wire and not have to hope I guess for the right one and not do ad drops and fuck that guy went off
losing
this week
mentality,
and should have played this guy. I'll play it safe at tight end because it's such a crapshoot.
Losing mentality.
Did
Did you win any leagues last year?
No.
I'm just kidding, dude. This guy is one of the most established fantasy players, by the way. How long have you been playing fantasy, Nico? Tell the fucking crowd.
Oh man, not as long as you might think.
20 years.
I don't even think it's been 20
I've
years.
been playing 20 years.
Honest.
You're older than me.
I know.
Look how much older he looks than me, guys.
Yeah. The old gray bush hair.
He looked good.
I was FaceTiming with my sister, sidebar, the other day. She's down in Georgia. She's like 8 years older than I am. And I had a shirt on, right? A wife beater. Mm-hmm. And my chest hair is going super gray. Like crazy bright gray bushy chest hair. Like my sister couldn't stop making fun of me.
Why are you talking to your sister showing your chest hair?
Just sitting, hanging out, and I had a shirt on though. I mean, it's not like my shirt was off.
Oh, you were with her, not okay.
I was FaceTiming. I'm holding the camera.
Wow. Put it on your face.
I'm just holding it.
Face next time.
I don't know. I had the wife with me too, so some of this.
Okay, you're
right?
fine. Was she wearing a low cut thing too, showing off her?
Probably not.
Oh. That's what you should have done.
We reverse shirts.
If you're making it weird, make it really weird.
Make it really weird.
Hey, baby, topless wife. How you doing?
Love your sister-in-law.
Hello. All right, number 11, Dalton Schultz, 111. I said earlier, I don't know why I made that call in the best ball thing. I think it was just because the supporting cast is so bad. He's safe. Like, this is the definition of a safe pick. No upside, but...
No,
you know,
how many touchdowns is he going to get? You don't know what
2.
you're going to have with Stroud. Like,
no, but he could easily have 70 catches.
I don't want Schultz.
No.
I'd rather take the next 2 guys on the list.
Okonkwo?
Yep.
You like him?
Yep.
Yeah, I do too. He's right along the line of my back in the day Jonnu Smith pick.
Yeah,
and Njoku, those guys.
Yeah.
Athletic comp.
Yep.
And Okonkwo's good, man. I
Yeah,
like him.
he's climbing the ladder a little bit.
He's a second option in that passing game, is he not?
He's kind of an afterthought for most people, and he was solid in 4 or 5 games last year. I want to think where I'm like, fuck, who's this guy with 1 touchdown, 2 touch, and all of a sudden you're like, okay.
Do you remember the one-handed 2-point conversion he had?
No, not offhand, was it?
Sick.
2-point attempt of the year for Tennessee,
and on the defender. And then that ball just and he pins it.
It's one play.
I remember getting the 2 points.
Yeah, one play. I'm just like, yes. No, when he had the opportunity last year, he was great. Athletic. Beastly, dude.
Yeah.
Like, very strong. Very strong.
Yep.
Okay.
I'll take a shot on him.
I'm guessing you like Cole Kmet at 13 as well.
I do.
I like him too. You're not concerned with who did they bring in? The guy from Green Bay? The white guy?
Oh, yeah. Tunyon?
You're not concerned with him?
No, not at all.
Okay.
I think Komet's the primary passing tight end. He can hold his own and blocking as well.
He did well last year.
Fields takes a step forward. He's comfortable with him. If for some reason Claypool or Mooney have a little trouble getting on the field or getting moving early, I think Komet's a guy that you draft late, and you easily can ride him into the first set of bye weeks.
Yeah. Okay, next 3 here. I have on my list. The last 3, besides a couple late guys I want to talk about here, is 14, 15, 16. Dulcich, Greg Dulcich, Tyler Higbee, and Kincaid going 140, 141, and 146. Dulcich, no. Not on that one at all. He had a couple nice
He did have a little run
last
right
year.
there. And Sean Payton has featured tight ends in the past. And there's a world. I like him the best out of those 3, personally.
What about Higbee?
I'm not a Higbee
But he's
believer.
could be the number 2.
I know, and I should probably be higher on him,
Stafford.
but there's this part of me that just doesn't ever want any NFC West guys on my team
He's just
besides
boring.
my
Oh,
own.
because they face your team. You fucking that's a great strategy to tell the audience.
It's a good tiebreaker.
What about Kincaid?
Too many mouths to feed. Rookie tight ends don't typically do anything. There's some upside there. Last pick of the draft, sure.
Let me tell you why I actually like Kincaid here, because in Underdog, which is what I've been exposed to in my 50 I've already done, by the way, 50, he is going tight end 11 or 12, which, no, definitely not Underdog because I can't drop him. This case, 16, there is a world where he actually plays a slot. That's what they said.
Yeah.
I think it's a 25% chance. But if that 25% hits, he is a number 9, number 10 tight end because he's playing with Josh Allen.
Yeah.
So at that point, I'm dropping him anyway if he's not that. And I'm not drafting him as my starter. Now, I don't like rostering 2 tight ends again, but deep league, deep bench, whatever, situation.
Or if you just punt the position till the end and you're going to stream it anyway, who cares?
Right. play him 1 week or, something like draft Higbee and Kincaid, play Higbee week 1, see what you have at Kincaid. Just roll with Higbee the whole time, I guess.
Right.
2 other guys I want to touch on real quick that I love. Irv Smith, my man, my boy. 182.
I wanted to ask why he was so late.
182.
In that Cincy offense,
I don't know.
I get he's probably the 4th most talented pass catcher
Cincy's
there.
offense,
but
though.
Yeah, exactly.
Greg Dulcich is the 4th option in the Denver offense.
Exactly.
Who you want, Irv Smith or Dulcich?
I'm taking Smith.
Not even close, right?
When I first brought this list up, I'm like,
you're looking for him. Same here.
I'm like,
what is he at right now?
Why is he so low?
19? 20?
Yeah, it's down there. It's 183.
Yeah, 182, but it's like, wait, because
Yeah.
Kincaid, those guys are 146. So,
No,
Irv Smith all fucking day, man.
And that's where I do. I'd rather, like I said, just punt the position and take Irv Smith, take Gesicki in New England, right?
Yeah,
You're throwing to somebody.
He was the other guy I was going to write
tight
down, but I threw in somebody else, and like they still have Hunter Henry there, but he's more the blocker. I like Gesicki, man, because they don't have a lot of receivers.
No.
And, like, he actually is – he's always played the slot. He's an actual tight end that has played the slot for his career in Miami. Like that a lot.
Yeah.
And
Belichick,
Mac Jones can't throw the ball on the field.
Yeah,
so.
Belichick utilizes guys to their strengths, and that's his strength, and I think Belichick's going to get a lot out of him, and you're going to have so many people that thought McDaniels was going to, like Gesicki's going to be this Kittle role, but they didn't think about the fact that he can't block, so he's not going to be out there.
Last guy here I want to highlight here is Jelani Woods, 233. The problem is that Richardson might be there, but 233, that guy's an athletic freak. I believe he's 6'7", like 260. Like kind of one of these Jimmy Graham types that is just athletic basketball guy. And he seems to have the number 1 role in Indy locked up. What does that mean? I have no idea. But 233, that's not even drafted.
But it's what, Mo Alley Cox is still there.
Yeah.
Like, who else is there? They had 3 tight ends that made up the position last year with the unknown at quarterback. I'm leaving him on the bench.
Right, but I'm just a highlighted guy.
Yeah.
Just, anyone you want to talk about?
Michael Mayer, I think.
Well, yeah, we love Michael Mayer. He's actually going pretty high on here. He's going right next to Irv Smith.
He was. It's Irv. It's Isaiah Likely ahead of Irv Smith and Gesicki, which I don't understand. And I'm a Likely guy too. Yeah. Which he still saw the field even as a backup, but with those other weapons there, I don't understand that at all. Irv is the steal of the day. That's the guy you want to walk away with out of this, especially anywhere near that ADP.
Yeah, we're going to talk about him all fucking year, just so you know. We're going to talk about Irv Smith. Let's go. All right, it was awesome. We'll see you next week with running backs and wide receivers. Stay classy, San Diego.
And it's been a complete joy.
No, you're better, Byron.
Remember you changed?
Changed. You don't want this kind of thing anymore.
No, I do want this kind of thing.
No,
you don't. You
no.
would not suck me in. You would not be sucked
by us.
I take that back. I don't mean that.